French Avenue Arsh, is the value for money there? Do I think it's worth your money? And is the hype real? I'll say yes, as long as you know what you're getting. Cons, I'll get that right out of the gate. I think people might find this one, because it is a lighter scent profile and it is unisex. Some people may find it feminine leaning. I don't think it leans overly feminine at all. I think it's perfectly unisex, and both men and women can enjoy this fragrance. What you're going to get right out of the gate with this one is you're going to get bright citrus for about a minute, and then in the mid it transitions to a almond neroli scent. The citrus takes a back seat, and you still pick up on it, but it's just more of like a supporting cast than the main character. That almond and neroli are the main character. The neroli is done in a really nice way, so it's like half floral, half soapy clean. So it's very, very well blended, and it just freshens up the scent entirely. The almond blends really, really well with the floral side of the neroli, giving it like a creamy sort of take. Now, this isn't a creamy scent by any means. It's still a fresh, airy scent, but the way it hits the nose, it comes off like, gives off like a creamy vibe with that almond, which I also really like. Nothing in this fragrance is competing with one another, right? All of the notes are blended very, very well, making it just really nice and enjoyable to wear and smell. So it is an extrait. Some people said it's eternal. Because it is an extrait, that's a misconception. It will last a long time on skin. However, that doesn't correlate to projection, right? Parfums and extraits tend to have heavier or more oils in them, so that tends to weigh down the fragrance. It stays closer to the skin, creating a nice bubble around you, and the performance is in terms of sillage, not projection. So this falls into that category. It's going to be, it's still going to project, but it's going to be more of a scent bubble around you that's going to last all day, and the sillage will be doing all of the heavy lifting for you. This never leans too soapy clean. Like I said, it's just a balanced fragrance, and it truly is a freshie done different. Now, one that I will use, for example, that I did a video on, this took the soapiness, even though the neroli isn't in the Riffs Farid. However, the combination of notes does give it a very soapy type smell, and that is the dominating force here. It fought the other notes, and it won. And even though it starts to pull back in the fragrance because it is so heavy throughout the scent, you smell that Dove bar of soap, at least I do, smell that Dove bar of soap throughout the entire life of the fragrance. Doesn't make it a bad fragrance, it just changes its entire use and makes it more comparable to stuff like this, which the OG is nothing like this. So if I had to choose one, quick, simple, and easy, I would go with the Arsh. Even though these don't smell the same, they're presenting the same way with the way Riffs did this, okay? So more balanced, better blend, you're gonna get up all the notes, whereas this one, you're gonna get that soapy clean. Now, if that's for you, then go with the Riffs. For me though, I want a little character. I want a little more going on. I don't want one that's a dominating force. I want balance, and I want elegance, and I want it to smell good, and this delivers. So